Smallville was such a weird show. I tend to agree, but I want to find out what they think and why.
So last week I did a video on the OC, and it got me thinking about other shows from that time that were insanely popular, but for whatever reason I just didn't watch. Now, Smallville started in 2001. You know, back when there were only a couple superhero shows instead of like, I don't know, 50. Much like
hey guys, Smallville started a movement. After they went, tons of shows started cropping up.
Smallville was interesting because it wasn't just like, superhero does super stuff. It took the Superman universe and kind of put everyone like in high school and told a sort of origin story or whatever. Now, like I said, I never actually watched this back in the day, even though everyone else did. So now that it's been almost...
Did you watch it back in the day? Put it in the comments, or did you have to watch it like on, you know, binge it one year or something? Like, how did you come by it? I came by it when it was on, but I have binged it many times.
20 years since Smallville debuted. Let's take a look and see how it holds up today. The show starts out with Mom and Pop Kent buying flowers from a lady who apparently doesn't own a mirror, but more importantly, we meet the creepiest kid I've ever seen.
That is a beautiful dress, Lana. Are you a princess? I'm a fairy
Oh, she's not that creepy.
I mean, seriously, what's up with this?
No, she's not.
Make a wish? I would love to make a wish.
I don't know about you, but when I hear her say, "Do you want to make a wish?" all I hear is,
"Do you want to play a game?"
After this, they're driving off to who knows
You're
where,
alone.
And bam! Meteor shower. They crash their car, things are looking bad, and if that wasn't enough, they find a naked little boy just hanging out in a cornfield. So after this, we fast forward to today, or I guess 2001.
Hey, I don't know why I clicked on this, because I'm thinking about it. It's about an alien who shoots lasers out of his eyes eventually. But yeah, it's going to be a weird show, man. There's going to be strange stuff in there.
The early 2000s. You know, back when every guy was wearing Janko jeans and every girl was convinced by Avril Lavigne that being obnoxious was somehow endearing. Anyway, now we meet Clark Kent. Clark here wants to...
Those Janko jeans were legit, guys.
...try out for the football team, but
dress
his
freak
parents,
legs,
shockingly, aren't too thrilled about the whole idea.
Permission slip. It's for the football team.
Guys, I don't know about you. This is giving me nostalgia. That first episode was so good. Michael Rosenbaum is Inside of You podcast. He started a Talkville podcast, and they rewatched these and talked about them, and they even said how they were like, man, that first episode.
This afternoon. Come on, Dad. You played football in high school?
That was different, son.
Why?
Because back then, I didn't stay up all night watching My Little Pony reruns like you little wuss.
Clark, I know this has got to be really hard for you, but you got to just hang in there like we promised.
All I want to do is go through high school without being a total loser.
Hey, I hear you, man. I tried everything I could think of to show the kids how cool I was back in high school. You know, like, I brought my Game Boy Advance SP to school every single day. No big deal. I even tried to dress up like the coolest guy I knew. But would you believe nothing worked? Later that day at school, we meet Clark's two best friends, who for some reason are like half his size.
I don't think signing up for the team is such a great idea.
What does that have to do with anything?
Clark, listen. This is the only way.
Wait. You two are trying out for the football team?
We're trying to avoid becoming this year's scarecrow.
What are you talking about? Why are we whispering?
Now, this is the weird thing you should comment on. It makes sense why Pete's worried about it. He's the same size as Chloe. But Clark's a giant. Who's going to pick on him?
It's a homecoming tradition. Every year before the big game, the football players select a freshman, take him out to Riley Field, strip him down to his boxers, and then paint an S on his chest.
And then string him up like a scarecrow.
You know, a lot of people, myself included, talk about the whole, like, good old days of the 90s or the 80s or, like, I don't know, the 50s or whatever. But everyone just so conveniently forgets that back then you could just literally set kids on fire. And as long as you called it a freshman hazing, like, hey, it's totally fine. Nobody cared. Now, Clark over here is in love with Lana Lang. But whenever he gets close to her, he gets weak at the knees and his head spins and all that stuff. You know, just like me every time I try to ask any girl to any school dance ever. Hey, Jessica. Huh? Would you like to...
Me too. Didn't realize you had a dark side, Clark.
Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, I guess so. So what are you? Man or Superman?
You get the joke, guys? You get Smallville, Superman, young Superman's not Superman. Yeah, you get the joke talking about Superman. You get the joke?
I got the joke.
Hilarious. So later that day, Lex Luthor hits Clark with his car. They fall into the river. Clark saves.
By the way, guys, that scene is incredible. Like, they actually used people. Look at this.
Hilarious. So later that day, Lex Luthor hits Clark with his car. They fall into
Look
the
at
river.
that.
Clark saves him. And
That's
you'd think that
crazy.
would be a great thing, right? But his parents are worried that now people might find out about Clark. And of course, Clark himself doesn't really know the truth about how he used to, like, I don't know, run around naked in cornfields or whatever. So it's all just a big to-do. So Clark's dad decides it's finally time to come clean and tell Clark what's really going on.
I want you to take a look at something.
Well, I mean, how do you tell a kid this?
I think it's from your parents.
I hate that they didn't
real
use Kryptonese
parents.
for that. Later in the show they did. But that tablet, that's not
What does it
Kryptonese.
say?
Well, let's just get our little orphan Annie
It looks a little bit like it.
decoder glasses on and, oh, come on.
Your real parents weren't exactly from around here.
Where are they from? What are you trying to tell me, Dad? That I'm from another planet?
What? Other planet?
Such
No,
a
son,
good
you were
ship.
born in Florida, which is kind of the same thing, actually, now that I think about it. Anyway, Clark's dad shows him the spaceship he arrived in, and Clark's response is to go and hang out in a cemetery, like you do, I guess. And then Lana just kind of shows up.
That was a good shot, though, with Clark getting up by that angel. I remember seeing that. They did a lot of things like that where she called him a Superman. They, like, foreshadowed, his future that you knew about, but he didn't know about yet.
Hang out in a
Like this.
cemetery, like you
Boom.
do, I guess. And then Lana just kind of shows up, which, I mean, sure, like, I get it. You're the head cheerleader, you're dating your local football dude. Like, I mean, why wouldn't you hang out in cemeteries in the middle of the night? You know what I'm saying?
Because no one knows you're going there at that time. That's why.
And just when you think things can't get much weirder,
I didn't think I'd get so defensive on this video.
guess what she does next? Y'all ready for this? She then proceeds to introduce him to her dead parents. Yep.
Mom, Dad,
I get it.
this is Clark Kent. Say hi.
Hi.
I get it.
Yeah,
It's only weird because they're dead. He makes a point.
he's kind of shy. How should I know? Mom wants to know if you're upset about a girl.
Oh, there it is.
Lana, you're lucky you're really attractive and all that, because, like, I'm trying to look past a whole lot of things right now. This is a lot to take in. Usually in these kind of shows or movies or whatever, the pretty girl has some kind of, like, really benign secret, like, I actually like the nerdy guy, or, I don't know, like, she's into some kind of uncool thing that could ruin her if people found out. But I gotta say, talking to dead parents in a cemetery at night was pretty low on the list of what I was expecting.
I don't think it's that weird.
What's up, Mrs. Lang? Yeah, I'll tell her.
She almost looks at him like, oh, you're playing along? I didn't expect that. I thought you'd run screaming for the hills.
Your mom says don't bother going to church anymore? Turns out the ancient Greeks were right the whole time. She says she's playing backgammon with Zeus in like 20 minutes. Anyway, so Clark takes her home, she kisses him on the cheek, and her boyfriend sees the whole thing. Now, finally, we get wind of the monster of the week. This episode is the original Scarecrow kid who's now...
Ah, yes, the monster of the week, the freak of the week is basically what it was. That Kryptonite. I tell you, those were good days right there. When you didn't question it, every single week there was a new freak that just happened to be popping up, and the police never believed it, even though there was obviously gajillions of these people.
going around taking down jocks who bullied him 12 years ago.
His name is Jeremy Creek. This is a picture of him 12 years ago. This is one I took 4 hours ago.
That's impossible.
Wow, he looks 12 and 40 in both pages. That's kind of what people say about me all the time.
He'd be like 26 today. Must be a kid who looks like him.
My money was on the evil twin theory, till we checked his missing persons.
Jeremy disappeared from the state infirmary a few days ago where he'd been in a coma for 12 years. They say he suffered from massive electrolyte imbalance.
He did.
Okay, wait. Massive electrolyte imbalance? You tell me this dude got superpowers from drinking too much Gatorade? After this, Clark ends up being chosen to be the new Scarecrow, and he would fight back, but Lana's necklace, which she just so happened to give to her
They gave explanations all the time that you could just let go. But if you didn't and you thought about it, it was like, what the heck are they talking about?
boyfriend has some kind of green stone that makes Clark lose his powers. Wait a minute, so all those people on Facebook trying to sell me magic crystals were telling the truth? And I can earn money from home if I just get 5 friends to sign up? What a deal! Anyway, so in the end, Clark tries to stop this Jeremy guy from doing whatever it is he was going to do with the homecoming dance, but actually Jeremy just overloads himself and Clark doesn't actually...
He was going to soak him and electrocute him. Considering if you're an evil person, it's actually a pretty good plan.
do anything.
I like the way the truck kind of bounces as he pulls it. They did a lot of good things like that on that show, and they also screwed it up sometimes too.
this show is pretty old, right? So I was expecting the usual cheese, like weird slang, weird fashion, bad CG, that kind of thing. But like this show, at least here at the beginning, is just so weird. Like you can tell this show was made long before TV studios.
So he's not dissing the fashion or the slang or the CGI. He's dissing the weirdness.
Discovered the superhero TV show formula that every other show is now. I do have to give it credit though, because like first of all, this show went on for 10 seasons, which is impressive. But it was also one of the first to do a lot of things at the time. If you look at shows today like Vampire Diaries, Teen Wolf, or like things like that, there's definitely some influence from Smallville, and of course Buffy before that. Not to mention it's kind of indirectly responsible for the whole Arrowverse thing, I guess. But still, it's one of those shows that was really important for the road it paved, but like it really has not aged well at all. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Of course, we have.
Do you guys think that? Do you think that this show hasn't aged very well? Like I feel like it's aged pretty well. There's some like PC stuff maybe, but you know, that's always the case from every decade. More and more things become not PC, you know what I mean? And honestly, I don't usually give a crap. I have such a filterless mouth. Like I'm gonna bother somebody at some point, and it's not gonna be because I was trying to. It's gonna be because they were trying to get bothered. Let's see what else he's got.
Smallville merch in the store. We got this Superman hat snapback thing. We got blue.
I've got Amazon merch. I mean, not Superman merch in the form of my Amazon store. If you want to check, that was a terrible delivery. Just please buy something from me, okay? I need to keep doing this.
Red or black. We got a couple jackets from the show, so you know if you're interested, go ahead and check it out. You can use the promo code Alex, gives you free worldwide shipping.
Those are not from the show.
So it's just there if you're interested.
Not even
maybe support the channel, maybe get a new hat, you know, whatever. You know, something I talk about a lot when I.
How long does this go on?
You know, because I tend to do a little bit.
Okay, that goes on for a while. So, anyways, guys, let me know in the comments if you thought that Smallville was just too weird, or did it like kill it, or was it quite watchable? Obviously, with 10 seasons, and I think by the 10th season they were still getting like 2 million views per episode, I think. Y'all might have to fact check me on that. But it did really well. I thought it was a great show. Subscribe, please.